Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Real grass. Real grass.
It's true.
They didn't have grass where I was at, man.
I believe you.
Wasn't no trees.
Wow.
Because, you know, they wanted to make sure they could see everything.
Really? There's no grass, no trees?
The grass is dead. I think my father remarried, and my mother was having different boyfriends and stuff like that. And in August the 29th, or August the 30th, my father got killed coming out of a liquor store from cashing his income tax check. I was 14, I believe, 14 or 13. That was a pretty sad time around growing up. That's probably one of the saddest things happening around in my life around that time. And it was a little bit after the Watts riots that he died like that. In prison, they just give you plain pancakes and some nasty syrup with it. But this time I got to eat blueberry pancakes, 3 of them, and they were hot. The butter melted on them and everything. The pancakes you get in prison are always cold or just warm, and the butter won't even melt on them. You just got to mash it on there. In some point in the 11th grade, I was heavily into different drugs, experimental thing. I was smoking marijuana and angel dust around that time.
And angel dust?
Yes. Yes.
Sounds serious.
Yes, it was. I was on the verge of being out of control, and that's when I got my first case. I got caught with a bag of marijuana. Like I said, I was using drugs heavily, and I was sent down. I felt almost as though my number was coming. It was like a kidnap robbery. That's what it turned out to be, a kidnap robbery. I moved the person from, this person was turning right on a freeway ramp. I jumped in the car and told turn left, turn right, took the money, got out the car and started running.
So he's been in for 27 years and never had an instance of acting out. He's had a full-time job and worked and gone to MA and has great remorse. In fact, in our last conversation, what he said to me on the phone was, please tell the board that I am remorseful. And I do believe that he's been rehabilitated, in my professional opinion, and also from my own experience of writing to him and reading the letters about his family and his mother. And I have a very strong sense of his ability to return to society and to contribute. So I'm asking your support in letting him out.
And that's when the story begins.
Yes.
As me and Amy became the guardian angels of Kenneth Ferry.
Yeah.
Kenny Ray. We were like, how do we get him out of there?
Yes.
That became our mission.
And hold on, I think the second or third time that I seen these 2 angels, and I was trying to remember the poem that I had. It was on my mind. Roses are red, violets are blue. My whole world was blessed when God made you too. A public defender named Dennis Carroll, I never will forget this guy. He talked me into taking a plea bargain deal and for a life sentence with 7 years possible to be released. And see, I didn't know, he had told me too that, Mr. Fairley, the most you'd do is 11 years and you'll be out. 11, 12 years is the most. That's what he was saying. And then he talked me into going and taking this deal, and then later on I find out after he didn't dumped, back then they called lawyers dump trucks. So this dump truck dumped me when it had lunch with the DA after he had already, I don't know how to put it, gave me the shaft. Yes, some of the older guys that had been around a little while had explained to me that even if you would have took your case to trial, you couldn't have got no more than what you got. He said, but by you accepting the deal, you don't have no rights for an appeal. You can't appeal this decision because you took a deal. That's the catch. I didn't know it then. This is all right here. Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't, you know, in prison, my bed is this big.
Could never stretch out.
I can never stretch out. Yes, now I can stretch out. Yes.
There were times where I would write you just those quick short cards, and I'd say, don't give up your faith, don't give, and I'd be thinking to myself, oh my God, Deborah, you've got to be more real than this. But I didn't want to stop having faith. At the same time, part of me was getting discouraged after one parole hearing, and then...
Right. That's why I used to always tell you, you cannot let these people get you discouraged. Like the one time you did come to see me, and it turned you away, and I know you was out there crying and stuff. I said, man, that kind of messed me up.
And then he's counseling me to calm down.
Right. I said, you and see, that's like it goes back to the saying of the old guy that's when I first went into the walls. Once you lose your temper, you have lost the battle. And a lot of times, those correctional officers try to provoke you into saying something stupid. We say, well, you're not going to bring you behind here never again then.
But I flew out with the impression that clearly he was coming in from 5 to 5:30.
And I understand that you're talking about a lifer, so it's a blessing that he's getting out at all. You know, so at this point, patience really is a virtue. I mean, he will be here. I just can't tell you when.
When I met Deborah, she had asked me, Kenny, there's no place you can go and get a good cry on? I said, baby, can't anybody do no crying around here. I felt remorse and sorry for committing the crimes that I did commit to go to prison for the long extended amount of time that I did go. And I thought about the victims, the family members of the victims, and I'm sorry for doing it, and I feel that I'm a changed person. I'm not the same person I was back in 1981.
You put my seatbelt down for me. You got that inspired.
Yeah, we're going to keep you by law. You keep forgetting. I cannot have no contact with the police.
You write that down.
Remember that.
He's having no contact with the
police. No contact with the police whatsoever.
Ever again.
Ever again.
For the history of his life. We're done.
That's going to keep Kenny free.
Yes. Freedom.
Yes.
That's
freedom. Freedom is reign.
Freedom, let freedom reign. We're all about freedom. Hello.
Freedom.
Freedom.
I've even had people tell me that, Kenny Ray, I hate to say it, but it was somewhat of a good thing that you did go to prison. Because I feel that you'd have stayed out here on the street, you would be lost. Meaning either dead or hooked on crack or some old stuff like that. He said, you know, I think the prison preserved you in essence.
And your life is yet to come.
I know, man. It's still early. They always believe in miracles. And that's real. And I even told my cellie that when I was at San Quentin before I left there. I said, I always believe in miracles. That's what my friend Debbie Deb told me. Always believe in miracles. Never give up. And I never gave up. That's what you said. Don't give up, Kenny. I said, baby, I came too far now to give up now. I knew that one day that I would get out, but when, I didn't know. But I always I said, when that day comes, will I be ready to step up to the challenge? Only love can conquer hate.
He's so true.
Yes. That's why I don't have any regrets from these parole officers for dragging this on me. Like I said, only love can conquer hate. I'm just thankful to have this second chance at life and be able to flourish out there in society this time here. I think the loneliness is more than is the number one thing. The loneliness of being away from the human contact. Because like I said, some guys don't have anyone. But I was lucky enough to have 3 angels looking over me. And I remember them saying, well, when my mother passed away, we're going to watch over you now, kid. We got you. And I just dismissed, oh yeah, okay, right. And look at the day.
Why do you think, I mean, you got through it with your health, without getting injured, without getting in a fight.
Right.
And meeting Deborah and 2 other angels.
Right.
Why? What happened to you? How did you do it?
I would say having faith, and keeping my heart open to new ideas, and talking and listening to different people that talk with me, that had different ideas and different perspectives on different things in life. And that's what gave me hope and believing in angels. Yes.